Hello, everyone. It's Scott Rose coming to you live from our Highland Park Baird & Warner office. Today, I have with me Dave Dyer from Key Mortgage, and we thought we'd talk a little bit about real estate investing. And a lot of people are looking at it as a way of increasing cash flow, or some just wanting a quick profit. You see a lot of these things happening on HGTV, and we thought we'd give you the down low on really what it takes to buy investment real estate. So Dave, is the first question I have for you is now a good time to buy investment real estate?
Great question, Scott, and pleasure being with you here today again. Yes, it's a great time to buy, whether it's for your primary residence, owner-occupied, or for investment. Real estate values have stabilized, and I believe they actually are appreciating at a small increase. Mm-hmm. But that's your area of knowledge, Scott.
Yeah,
is that true?
I hear interest or properties supposed to appreciate at least 5% this year, and obviously that could be nationwide. Some areas might appreciate more than others, but long term, I understand that investing in real estate is a good investment. You know, people look at the stock market, whether to put their money there or whether real estate. But real estate, I think, is they only make so much of it, so I think it's a good investment. So, Dave, there are two streams of thought when investing in real estate. One is to buy and flip, and the other one is to buy and hold. Is one or the other better?
Great question, Scott. No, there's really not a matter of one being better than the other. It's really your opportunities and the tools you have in place. Obviously, the fix and flip is a much short-term investment, usually less than a year. You are looking for properties, hopefully below market, hopefully you need some repairs, so that's why they are below market value. And then hopefully you buy below the market value and have your team ready to go in there and make the improvements, whether they're just cosmetic improvements, mm-hmm. or a new kitchen, new bathroom, whatever makes sense for your return on the value in the area that you're in. Mm-hmm. Versus the longer term investment, which is to hold for rental income and appreciation. You still always want to try to get the best price, obviously, for the home. Mm-hmm. So if you do target a home, you would look at the area, the appreciation potential, the income potential, and come up with your financing and run the numbers to see if you get the cash flow that you need, whether you're looking for monthly positive cash flow or a combination of appreciation and small cash flow or break even.
Mm-hmm. Sure, it's best to look at the areas that you're looking to invest in. Are they near popular schools, shopping, close to work, and most of all, resale. Eventually, you're going to want to sell a property, and you want to make sure that you don't get stuck with it. So as far as financing is concerned, what kind of down payment is required? And I guess, you know, when you think of the two different strategies, it depends whether or not you want to tie your money up long term or, get it out immediately. You know, long term, you can depreciate a property, but there are additional expenses in maintaining it. So I guess it really depends on what your individual goals are. But what kind of financing do we need for investment properties?
Well, probably everyone's familiar with conventional mortgages, especially if you've owned your own home and gotten a mortgage. Fannie and Freddie conventional mortgages, which are your typical 30-year fixed, 15-year fixed, 20-year fixed interest rate loans. And the minimum down payment requirements on a single family with a conventional loan investment property is 15%. But on a 2 to 4 unit, you need to come in with at least 25% down. Mm-hmm. These are full income verification programs requiring, proof of income, pay stubs, W-2s, tax returns in some cases. Mm-hmm. But there is a relatively new product that's been out a couple of years now called a DSCR loan, which is not a Fannie Freddie conventional mortgage. DSCR stands for debt service coverage ratio. So it's a different way of looking at approving a loan. This particular program, the lender really just looks closely at the rental income on the property, total gross rental income on the property, mm-hmm. versus the expenses. including taxes, insurance, and your mortgage and payment. What they're looking for generally is a minimum of 100% cash flow. And an example of that would be if your current rents or potential rents are $2,000 a month, then your total mortgage payment would not exceed $2,000 a month. So your mortgage principal and interest, your real estate taxes and insurance, association fee if it's a condo or townhome, that total, if it's $2,000 and your income is $2,000, then you've got an approved loan. So,
Okay.
the down payment requirements are 20% down, whether it's a single family or 2 to 4 units. So 5% less down than the conventional mortgages with much reduced documentation. So it's been a very, very popular program with investors.
Okay. So if you were thinking of starting and investing, obviously the first steps would be to get an idea of what you want to invest in a property. You don't want to go looking at $5 million properties when you can afford $1 million property. And that's why it's important to get with somebody like Dave and go through the pre-approval process so you know what the financial constraints are. And then the second thing is to contact a realtor who knows the area, who knows where these properties are and how to obtain them. There's also a spreadsheet that details expenses and returns and everything. And if you'd like a copy of that spreadsheet, just email either Dave or myself, and we'll get that out to you. So, Dave, thanks for your time today, your knowledge and experience, and we look forward to talking with you soon on other projects.
Thank you, Scott. Always a pleasure.